I know this is a different kind of a video, but I thought I'd make a satisfactory video. I'm currently on like 130 hours in this game, and I'm just about to complete phase 5. So I thought what I'd do, because I also want to do like a gameplay series of this game, basically do this, give a world tour, and then I'm kind of tempted to start a new save because I really do enjoy this game, and I did this first playthrough with no spoilers whatsoever. All of this I kind of figured out by myself. So yeah, let's get this last bit uploaded and see what happens. I'm going to go out on a whim and say they're just going to leave us behind. Yeah. Well, obviously, because we're going to have to still continue playing the game, but they're obviously going to leave us behind.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant. At all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment.
Set fuel injection level to 5. It's kind of cool that you get involved in everything. I wonder if it's different for everyone else. So drops valid 6. He's. There we go. Pioneer purpose concluded. Yep. I fucking knew it.
Initiating project assembly. Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body.
And that's just going to go off and send another Pioneer somewhere, I'm guessing. So we spot our computers.
Leveling inner and outer rings. Attaching propulsion to main body. Fuel lines connected.
No. Yes.
Attaching control center to main body. Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage. Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo.
Yep, they're 100% leaving us behind.
Launch in T-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off.
That's fucking sick. I know they're leaving us behind, but that is fucking sick. I wonder, like, if there was a way to launch yourself all the way up in the sky, if this is like an actual model, if that makes sense. And there it goes. That's it. So, yeah, that is the game complete. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you all a quick world tour. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off from the far point here, move into the main base, show you around. I mean, you've already got a bit of a glimpse here. But, yeah, I'll try to show you every bit of this world. There's not a lot, it's all crammed into one. So, yeah, let's get to it. One thing I want to mention quick as I'm travelling over here, this is done on a completely vanilla world. On my next playthrough I might dabble with mods. The only mods I have are just tiny little quality of life ones. So you can literally see it's just stuff to do with lizard doggos, nudges, and the infinite zoop, and then that's literally like it. The rest of this has been a completely 100% vanilla playthrough. All designs and buildings are my own except for one, which was an external blueprint, which I'll get to. But yeah, I really wanted to avoid spoilers as much as possible, so everything I have built in this game was 100% designed by me. I didn't look... I saw a couple of other like YouTube shorts of people doing like conveyor lines, but apart from that, everything you see here is designed, built, imagined by me, which is going to be very obvious because everything's very messy. But I low-key kind of like the messy aesthetic of everything, like almost this chaotic layout, but it all is organised at the same time. You know, it's all... the layout of everything's really shit, but then it is all still functional. So let's start off right here with my oil production. So this is probably the furthest point I've got in my world, aside from nuclear, which I'll get to in a second. But really, apart from nuclear, this is the furthest point. And let me just show you around. So first of all, we've got 3 fluid buffers. You can see the train's literally just left, and that'll go to that facility down there, which I'll show you in a second. But before I had that, I just had all my like plastic and kind of rubber. I haven't updated any of the pipes because I don't really use this section that much. I mainly just transport the oil there. But before I had that, you saw as I was kind of bunny hopping along that I've literally just got all of my production going on a long conveyor line, which, again, is it inefficient? Yes, it's very, very fucking inefficient and very expensive, but again, I kind of like the look of it, so I've stuck with it. But as you can see, the oil is being taken from there, and then any excess oil's being pumped down here along with this plastic line. Down here we've got my main nitrogen. Oh, my nitrogen gas is up there. Here I've got my external coal production, because in the making of crystals, or diamonds, sorry, you need a shit load of coal. So I've literally got tier 3 max power shards on every single one. And then here is my nitrogen up here. Again, because it's a gas, I didn't really see the point of transporting it by train, because you don't need any pumps with gas. So I've literally just got your standard layout here of, I forgot what these are called, of resource well pressurizers. Those go into tanks, and then it literally just gets fed down this train line here. So if we bunny hop down this train line here, here we have where the oil is dropped off at. So got 3 lines of double buffers, and then it's all kind of connected all along here. Again, this is all very, very messy, but I really like the look of all of this just being super chaotic, but then it's all organised and conveys. It kind of has that purpose. So we'll go over this bit quick. This is plastic, and my main plastic and rubber production, because I was running low, so I've made this quite cool like refinery tower. I've got a lot of rubber, so I've got 4 layers in total. 3 are for plastic and 1 is for rubber. And yeah, you'll see a lot of dividers and stuff, hence why I've made this big line. All of the waste residue gets turned into fuel, which goes into these burners. Again, it's not efficient, but it looks cool. I like it. I probably should have waited till it was daytime to do this as well. But here we've got my smart rifle production, or a homing rifle ammo. I didn't bother going with the other like weapons and stuff. I don't really see much of a point. So the furthest I got was nuclear obelisks, and they were pretty underwhelming. So here we've got the production here. You can see high-speed connectors, all gets processed. Rifle ammo into homing rifle ammo. Right, and now we're into the main cluster fuck, I suppose. So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to go along the back and then try and like work my way through, because there are a lot of layers here. Oh yeah, we've got some batteries there as well, I forgot to say. Blueprint designer, I didn't design much apart from heavy modular frames, because you need like 5 modular frames to make it the heavy modular frames. Down here we've got some steel production. I am running low on coal because of how much the diamonds take up, but yes, this was my main steel production. Again, very messy, it's not neat and tidy. Up here, more steel pipes to make the stators, primarily to make the magnetic field generators. I don't know at what stage of the game this was. I think maybe stage 3, but that's all there. Now we get to all of this shit here. So down here, this is more to make the Endgame versatile framework. That's pretty much what all of this was made for. Back then when I was making this, for some reason I didn't pay attention to the parts per minute. So a lot of these are just stupidly inefficient and it doesn't really work, but rather than removing it all, I just built more of them. So that's pretty much what all of this is made for. Down here, this was pretty much where I first started. So yeah, here's my lander, and as you can see I've pretty much unlocked everything. Well, apart from the these ones here. These are new, these are from the mods. Yeah, so this was the first bits I made. These were the first resources I planted on. These were the first steel plates I made. All of this was very much beginner. Some stuff has been moved around, but for the most part this is all how it was placed, which I kind of like. I kind of treat it like my Minecraft worlds, which I now know sounds like really cringe, but I kind of like placing stuff down and not moving it. Like, I don't mind upgrading the stuff, but in terms of moving everything around, I kind of like just leaving it in situ, really. Fuck, I've just realised how long this video is getting. I'm going to try to be quick. We have my biomass burner array. We got smart plate production down here. As you can see, got loads of them. Over here we've just got some more iron production. I'll get onto this middle section in a bit. I will... actually no, we'll do this now quick. So this level is mainly Caterium, is that how you pronounce it? Caterium, quartz, SAM, which I found very early on. So I was already making like reanimated SAM before the game kind of was made it researchable. We have the line from my oil production going in. Again, I recognise how fucking messy this is, but I kind of like the aesthetic, and I kind of know where everything is. We've got the black powder production here. This is mainly for obelisk production, which we can see up here. Nuclear obelisks are a waste of time. They were really disappointing. So I've just got automated cluster obelisks. And this is in no particular order of how I placed it, obviously, because all my endgame stuff is here. Up here, again, we got the SAM fluctuators and reanimated SAM, all going up into here. We can see the coal getting processed into diamonds, time crystals, fix-it triangles, fix-site triangles, all that kind of stuff down here. We've got this silica being loaded up into a drone and being taken to my aluminium processing plant, which I'll show you in a second. We've got a lot of quartz crystals being processed down here, but these are all full. We have filter production here, so gas filter, and then the iodine, however you pronounce it, filters. We've got some more production here. This is mainly for the radio control units, I believe. Yeah, crystal oscillators for the radio control units, yeah. Again, everything's quite inefficient. Everything's like splitting off and going elsewhere, but it's not neat. But again, I do like the spaghetti look, as I keep saying over and over again. We've got my alien power augmenter, which is very cool, very good. And then in here, we've got alien power matrix. Matrix, just in case it dips below, I can just hook up this conveyor line, and then that'll greatly increase the efficiency. Right, continuing straight along here, this was a massive pain to work out. Actually, that reminds me, I need to hook this up. I'll show you that satisfactory in a moment, but we've got a shitload of copper smelters down here, and all of this here is to make one item, pretty much, and that's the supercomputers. I do have another supercomputer plant up there using satisfactory tools. I can't remember what it's called. It basically tells you how many factories and stuff you need. Unfortunately, I discovered that quite late into the game. By the time I discovered it, I made that platform up there, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, just if you've never played this game before, which I don't know why you're watching this video if you haven't, this is kind of the scale just to make one thing. It's kind of nuts. This bit here, again, is for more control rods, I believe. Oh no, motors. These are motors to go up there, which again I'll show you in a second. Actually, fuck it, I'm here now. I'll just show you now, and then I'll move on to that area next. So the motor, the rubber, the radio control units, the cooling units down there are all in here to make turbo motors, and then that production would go into here. I've paused it for now because I don't need any more of these for now, but yeah, that all goes into there. Actually, to be fair, I might as well tick that back on. This here is for the nuclear pasta. So we've got the pressurized conversion cubes in here. It's not hooked up to anything because I had 1,000 of these set up for the last bit of project assembly, but I might as well just let it run. Over here we got the ballistic warp drives. This is the only thing I got from an external blueprint thing, just this little unit here. That was basically it. Just over here we've got another drone port. Drone ports are so good. I love drone ports. So this is hooked up to my nuclear site, which is all the way on the other end of the map. And this makes fixonium, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, fixonium. So this makes fixonium. As you can see, this thing's fucking filled up again. I need to find out a better way to make it so it doesn't do that. But yeah, producing fixonium fuel rods, which come from plutonium, but this doesn't make any waste. So plutonium waste comes in, fixonium fuel rods go out, essentially. Everything you see here, this whole platform here, this whole upper section here, is to make one item, which is the singularity cell. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is all just to make one item for that warp drive. This is all just for a singularity cell, which is fucking nuts. And this is the bare minimum as well. So what we've got going on here is we got iron, steel, copper, plastic, dark matter, nitrogen, crystals and limestone, all being fed. That's all this is all copper, that's all concrete. You know, it's all these smelters and manufacturers all slowly start slimming down. You can see all the parts and bits being made along here. Everything combined, everything for a purpose. You can see there's some inefficiencies. The website isn't 100% accurate on the parts per minute for whatever reason. I think it assumes you're just going to use power shards and stuff. Again, I was fairly new to the website, I only just discovered it. But as you can see, that's all to make these pressurized cubes. That all gets fed into here to make singularity cells. This massively hurt my brain. This took ages to just get all linked up and running and everything. This took ages. Now, what's feeding this massive plant? Obviously, you need a shit load of copper. A shit load of copper. So what I've got here is a massive train system. And it goes from here all the way over here. So these are all pure, by the way. We've got sulfur, 2 limestone, 3 iron and 1 copper. And because the demand for the copper couldn't keep up, what I've done is I've used the leftover sulfur, which I'm not using, and I'm sticking it in these converters to turn into copper ore. But even then, this still isn't enough copper. The requirement for that up there is huge. And I've got a Mark III with 3 shards, like power shards running on that, and it's still not enough, which is mad. Oh yeah, another drone port, bringing in aluminium casings. We got these drone ports for my nuclear plants. This brings copper, caterium, and steel. And silica's being transported over there, or being made over there, so I need the raw quartz. We've got my hypertube transport system here, which I will be using. And then up here is more endgame bits, so you can see we're making a lot of power shards. It's kind of mad seeing that many power shards, considering that you would need slugs to make them. It's quite satisfying. This is all for supercomputer, so everything back here, everything there, and everything up there is all specifically for supercomputers. You can see over here, this is purely for encased modular frames. I think that's what they're called. The one where you need to combine it with like aluminium and stuff. Oh, sorry, fused modular frame. So this makes heavy modular frames, and because it needs 10 per minute, it needs 5 of these, all working at 2 per minute. Yes, I could boost them. Oh, 4 hours. Yes, I could boost them, but at that stage of the game where I made this, I didn't see the point, so the blueprint came very clutch here for this. Some less important stuff. Again, this was very early game. I haven't even replaced the conveyors. This is just more modular frame production back here, because instead of transporting the iron all the way back there, I thought I'd just do it on site. Again, this is more modular frames and encased industrial beams. Over here we've got some motor production just that I can come and grab. We've got sulfur coming in, power slug I'm not going to bother picking up. And then we come to this section. Again, you can kind of tell when I discovered oil. Almost completely forgot, I've got like a coal power plant up ahead. But yeah, you can see that's the train with all the carriages for the copper and stuff. Here is my coal plant. Aside from this bit up here, just this whole middle section, I made this very early game. Pretty much as soon as I unlocked coal power, I made this. Again, it's wildly inefficient. I haven't replaced the belts. I don't really need to. Ignore that. I kind of maybe do need to, but it's because a portion of the coal's being sent off for the end game items. But yeah, I don't think I've fully replaced all of the coal and stuff around here. But yeah, that's my coal plant. Right, now on to aluminium production. So I made the aluminium production pretty much as soon as I unlocked trains, because I just wanted an excuse to use them. So what I did was I have my bauxite site somewhere external. I'm not actually too sure where, but I've essentially got my aluminium processing here, and then the train goes off. Oh, there it is, yeah. That's the bauxite. Again, that's a Mark III 3 power shards. That gets loaded up and then gets brought here to my aluminium processing, which I'm quite happy with. This was like one of my first big like processing projects, I guess you could call it. We got some yeah, silica being brought in because this plant couldn't quite keep up. Again, it's very messy, but I really do like the aesthetic of it all. So Got another hyper tube to get me back to base. We've got all of the external water getting pumped out there. Again, there's more efficient ways to do it, but whenever I come in and kind of check in on it, I always drain it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We got all the aluminium solution going into here with no coal apparently. I should probably do something about that, but I recently reworked this because it was, again, stupidly inefficient. It wouldn't distribute the scrap evenly, so that's what this is for. It distributes the scrap evenly. Aluminium ingots get sent off to there, half go for the sheets, and then I've got a drone bringing sheets back to base. But yeah, you can see all of the top bits here. There's the bauxite train. We've got the copper production here to be fused in here to make the aluminium sheets. And yeah, it is all in all just a fairly simple build that I'm fairly happy with. Oh yeah, there's our plutonium waste fella. But yeah, these get brought back to base, and yeah, all is well. You can kind of see up there is my little production line. I love it. You know, it's got everything just being transported upwards into there. I think it looks very cool. So the last bit to show you is the nuclear, and then I'll show you my little penthouse up there which I built. If you don't have one of these in your worlds, they're so handy. And look, you can get a proper view of everything. A lot more viewable during the day, isn't it? But yeah, I just love, I know I keep saying this, and it's partly, oh yeah, I've got to show this. The plutonium waste comes in on a massive long, that goes all the way to my nuclear plant. You'll see it when we use the hypertube. Pellets, or plutonium cells, sorry, get brought in. And then this makes the plutonium fuel cell, and then that gets sent off and then processed back there. Oh yeah, and we've got some of the more oil being brought in from that way down to here. But yeah, as I was saying, I know I keep saying I like the aesthetic. It is partially because I'm lazy, let's be real. I just can't be bothered to make everything look neat and tidy and give every processing plant its own building and factory, but that's why I want to do another playthrough, because I kind of want to go down that route, where I kind of design something first and then paste it in, but we'll see. Because ideally I want to make like a factory for each item being made, even for like just plates and rods. I want to make a factory for every single resource in the game, and then I want all of those to be sent away to like a big warehouse where if I want something I'll just go in there, find it, and then grab it. Like, I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I will want to do that on my next playthrough, I imagine. So going through here, you can see again all the trains, all the foundation. There's the bauxite. Oh, fucking major lag spikes. Yeah, I love the look of it. I don't know what I'm going to do in this world. Let me know what I should do. If any of you are actually watching this, I know this is extremely niche compared to what I usually make, but I do enjoy this game. So even though this site of uranium is, I'm pretty sure, impure, yeah, so it's extremely inefficient, I still knew that I wanted to do something with this. So what I've got going on here is I'm quite proud of. Again, it's very fucking messy, and you know, the fucking water barely even works for some reason. I've scratched my head at it for ages and it still doesn't work. Oh, also, this is what I should have on my aluminium processing. This little system here makes it so your fluids won't get overrun. I don't know how it works, but essentially you've got fresh coming in, and then a no power to reset the flow rate to like 0. Then you've got the old stuff coming in at a T-junction, and again it splits off into this fluid buffer. I don't know how it works, but I've never had this system jam for me, ever. So yeah, use that little system where you've got a T junction and then another T. Basically an I, you've got an I, so T, T connected, and then fluid buffer. Yeah, so in here, in case uranium cells, let's get placed into here. Fuel rods. Fuel rods go into these two reactors, which I've got overclocking because you might as well. That waste, as you can see, goes into there. The waste then gets processed into non-fissile uranium, into plutonium pellets, into plutonium encased cells. That gets sent off. Fuel rods come into here, as you can see. Then the waste goes into here, gets transported away, and the drone comes back and delivers the fuel rods here. I don't know why this water's getting stuck. It is genuinely beyond me. I have hooked everything up completely fine, but I'll have a look at it once this video ends. Yeah, unlocking nuclear was quite exciting, to be fair, so I'm fairly happy with it. And also dotted around, I've got like several geysers claimed. Several geysers claimed. So I've got other bits of power just dotted around. I know I said ignore this, but I'm starting to get worried now. Okay, now the last bit to show all of you is my cool little penthouse overlooking the place. And I built this for one specific reason, and you're about to find out what that is. Look at this tangle of spaghetti. Shit, that was close. So I can just fly up there, and obviously there's platforms where I can just fly over, but before I had all of that, I use this, which again is very ineffective, which is a theme with my factories. But I just love the fact how with this game, like, you start off with literally nothing and then I've built up to this. It's quite cool. So I've got a little elevator here. And this is pretty much at the build limit, and then I stuck the antenna on top because I thought it looked quite cool. But yeah, you can see my little factory from here. This is the main reason I built this place. For all my lizard doggos. These guys are so adorable. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7 of these guys. This is the main reason I built this place, for the lizard doggos, because I just think they are the best addition in this game. And also they give you helpful stuff sometimes. So you'll notice the names, they're all of, like, I thought it'd be kind of cool to name them after dogs we've owned, or like know, if that makes sense. So I thought it'd be super cool to name them after like previous dogs and other dogs that we look after and stuff. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I made this place. And I didn't realise the radiation reached up here. I was kind of worried that all these guys would be dead, but I'm kind of glad they're not affected by radiation. But yeah, this whole little penthouse is pretty much just for them, which is super cool. I love them to bits. So yeah. that's pretty much it. That's pretty much like the full tour. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I know it's a very, very, very different style of video than I would normally make. Oh yeah, little basement hideout here. I know it's a very different video that I wouldn't usually make, but I did want to make this into a series, but of course I was too far along in this game, in this save, to do that. So if you want to see another playthrough where I actually try and make a factory for like a separate building for each thing, then please let me know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I don't know when this is going to be schedule uploaded, probably on a Monday in the future. So by the time you're watching this, you know, this game might be completely different, or I might have started recording a new series. But yeah, thank you very much for watching.